Excellencies, distinguished experts, and honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We are ready to commence our deliberations with the first plenary session entitled Advancing Peace Between Israelis and Palestinians, Obstacles and Opportunities. I would like to welcome our distinguished speakers who have kindly agreed to participate in this meeting and share their valuable knowledge, experience, and expertise. According to established practice, we shall first listen to the presentations, and then the floor will be open for questions and comments from the audience, to which the speakers will respond. And before starting, I would like to appeal to our speakers to stay within the 15-minute time limit set by the organizers so that we can have enough time for discussion. The first speaker in this plenary is Mr. Emad Burnat, filmmaker from Ramallah and the co-director of the award-winning documentary film 5 Broken Cameras, which was just screened. The film was nominated for Best Documentary Feature at the 2013 Academy Awards. Our committee had the honor of organizing the film's premiere at the United Nations last month, with Mr. Burnat as a guest speaker as a special event within the framework of the International Year of Solidarity with the Palestinian People. He and his film distribution company kindly agreed to let us screen the film once again here in Quito, this time with Spanish subtitles. We sincerely thank Mr. Burnat for this. Sir, we are pleased to have you once again as our speaker. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. First of all, I want to thank the United Nations for this event, the solidarity with the Palestinian people. And I want to thank all of you with your names, all the representative, all countries and governments and United Nations, and our ambassadors around the world, Mr. Riyad Mansour and Ibrahim Sibin, and all our ambassadors, and Hani. I'm sorry, so I want to thank you all for coming, and I think you should all see this film, and everyone should see and watch this film to engage more people and more diplomatics and more governments with our issue, the Palestinian issue. We've been listening to many speakers today in this event, and the same point is Palestine. So one point, we know that the Palestinian state, the border 67, Jerusalem, the liberty and freedom. So we should take more action and to translate all this speech or all our talks to action on the ground. I don't want to talk more about political issues, or I want to focus more on the ground, on the struggle and of making of this film. So myself, I have personal responsibility to my country and to my land. So I decided to make this film. I decided to film, and I decided to pick my camera to be part of my people in my village. I live in a small village in the West Bank. It's not far from the Green Line, 6 kilometers from the Green Line. And we started the struggle in my village, Belain, in 2005, because we saw that our land being taken by the Israeli government, by the Israeli army, to build wall and to build the settlement on our land. So all the village decided to go and to struggle, to resist, in terms to change our life I think, and to build good future to our kids in Palestine, we should take action and we should take responsibility about what's going on in our country. So I decided to film for different purposes. I decided to pick my camera to protect the people and to show the world, to share our struggle with the world, to share it with you and to draw more attention to the Palestinian struggle. It's been, so always people ask me, it's first time in Palestine you decided to make peaceful resistance, or so I tell them it's not the first time, it's not new. For me it's not new, because I live there and I live the experience all my life under the occupation, and I lived the experience of the first Intifada in '87. So I was at that time a kid, 16 years old, and it was popular struggle and peaceful struggle against army who use violence against civilian. So it's, for me it's same thing, so it's not new. But the creative of the non-violence action every week, that's made the village symbol for the international community and the Palestinian community, and that draw more attention to the people around the world, or to the media, to focus more on the village in Belain. I met people who came from different cities or different countries to my village to participate or to give solidarity with our people. And some of them, they are filmmakers or directors. They came to highlight or to make films, stories about struggle, about the war, about different ideas. And because I was the only one in the village who has the camera, I was focusing and following the actions in the village, the struggle and the daily life. So I was helping them. I gave them material, I helped them. But the idea in 2005 in the beginning came from one of my friends. Why you don't make the film? You live the experience and you feel how to live under the pressures of the army and the pressures of the occupation. I want to tell you, to hear stories is not like to see films about reality. And to see films about reality, it's not the same feeling to live the experience. So I lived the experience, and from this experience I made this film. So I made this film. It took me more than 6 years creating the film and following my friends, my son growing up in this situation, in these conditions. I wanted to tell my story. So the purpose of making this film, I wanted to share the story with you, with the world, to draw more attention. I know there's many films about Palestine or the struggle or the war has been made by people who come from outside. But, I felt that something is missing there. I felt that we have to make our films and to share our stories before others hijack them. I want to make this film, and it's come from more from the feeling inside how to live under pressures and under the army pressures, there's many problems. And all these problems related to the occupation. All our problems, everything related to the occupation. We cannot say these problems happens because of this, because in the beginning it started with the occupation. So I wanted to share this story, my friend's story, my village story, with the people around the world. And I'm glad that the film has been distributed over all the world. across United States, Europe, all over the world. And that's made very strong impact. So people are moved and touched by watching this film. And I have met many people, like actors or famous people, or like Michael Moore. And first thing he said, this is the best film, not just the best documentary, the best film this year. And if you go to watch this film, after the film you are a different person. And I believe that this film or this kind of films, because it's touching our humanity, it's more human, it's touching our hearts, and can change the mind of people. It's very important to focus on and to make more films, or to distribute it, or to show it to everyone in the world. And now the people could change a lot, could change everything. We see how the negotiation, the peace process is stuck, 20 years negotiation, and nothing come out from this. Because I live there, and I live the experience, and I know how the situation and how to live there. I feel that, and people are losing hope for this process or the negotiations. So I think more pressures or more engagement of more countries, more governments over all the world will be the solution. More pressures on the Israeli government. In the same time, I believe that the Palestinian people should continue the struggle. If you stop the struggle, this is the only thing we have, and we has. So we should continue the struggle, and at the same time negotiate for peace, because we are looking for good future to our kids, and we want to build this future to our kids. My village is a small village, and there's also some villages in the West Bank, they do the same thing. They resist every week, and they demonstrate every week against the wall or against the occupation. But I think it's not enough. It's not enough, and the engagement of the people or the governments around the world is not enough. So what I feel that you have to see and to feel, to experience how kids grow up there in Palestine. They face the soldiers on the way to the school, or on the way to the field, or on the way to the shopping. And imagine your son go to the shopping or to the field or to the school, and he never come back. So this is the situation how our kids live and experience. So I have kids, I have 4 kids. I lived all my life under the occupation, under the pressures, but I didn't want these things, same thing happened to my kids. So we need all together to take our responsibility, to take actions, and to do something for this case, Palestinian case. And there's many pressures on me when I was making this film. It's 6 years, more than 6 years working and creating this film. And to be arrested several times while I am filming, or to be shot, or to be killed, or the camera being destroyed, so how you see in the film, by shots, bullets. The only thing that related the relation with the camera was very strong between me and the camera. And this relation came out from my relation with my land and my people and my village. So people ask me always, why you put your life in risk situations and it's dangerous? They shoot you, they arrest you, and they destroy your camera many times, and you kept going, you never stop. Because it's not just, I'm not just making a film, it's more strong than making a film. I am documenting and focusing on my life and the relation between me and my life, and between my land, my trees, and my people, my friends, my family. That gave me the energy and the strength to continue and to make this film. To see my son, my brother or my friend got killed, or to see my father blocking the jeep and keeping filming. I was thinking in that time, it happens and it's reality and it's true. But to make this more effective, I have and I must keep filming, because if I go and to help my brother or my friend, so they will do the same to me. So the relationship with you and with the camera and with the land, there is a message. So it's not just a business. So people, filmmakers or directors, they think it's just a business to make film, and the next month to make another film, and just to become famous or filmmaker. So for me it's not a business. For me it became like a message, and I was supposed to send this message, and the message was sent. But what we see on the ground, the situation is getting worse, and the political situation is very complicated, and nothing has been changed on the ground. So I think that the ball in your court and in the world court, and you have to do something about this. I did this film, and I'm happy of making this film. Even I put always my life in risk situations, because it's my responsibility, and it's nothing about what others people face in other villages or in other cities. The situation is more hard and more difficult. People getting killed. Just a few days ago, 3 people being killed and 15 people injured. And before, and you see people getting killed, and the situation is getting worse. And the only thing that I can do myself is to film and to document and to tell this story. It is a responsibility to everyone, especially to the Palestinians, to take action in the struggle and in our resistance. So I decided to take my camera, and I feel that my camera always been my weapon, and it's very strong weapon. So we have the right to resist and to struggle for our rights, for our freedom, and I hope that we could engage more people to support us and to give more strong solidarity to the Palestinian people. Thank you very much.
I thank you for your presentation and for your very powerful and moving film. Films have the power to move and educate people. Mr. Burnat, your film does both very effectively. This is very important, especially in the context of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, which is fueled by prejudices and lack of knowledge. Thank you so much once again for traveling all the way from Palestine to be with us today.
Thank you.